True Sports presents the 2021 Sports Athlete Bracket, the South Region. Hi everyone, Drew here. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great start to the weekend. Thank you for voting on the Midwest and the East regions of the 2021 Sports Athlete Bracket. Today we're going to be doing the South region. As you can see, I'm kind of dressed a little bit Southern gentlemanly today, just wanted to dress up. It's short sleeves in the South all year long. February, I don't know if you've seen them on the boats in Tampa yesterday. It was pretty darn nice down there. It's pretty darn nice here in Vegas if you're here today as well. Anyways, how about we get to the bracket? As you can guess, in the South region, it's going to be teams from the South. So think of Atlanta, Florida, Texas, New Orleans, Tennessee. I would say Alabama, but Alabama is only known for college basketball and football actually this year. College basketball team is doing pretty well. The college football team, we know how they're doing it down there. Nick Saban with 7 championships. Anyways, that's for a different video. Today we're talking about the South region, which, as you can see, the number 1 seed, the GOAT, Tom Brady. Thomas Edward Brady. The only thing that stops this man is a little bit of avocado tequila and board shorts, or whatever those shorts were he was wearing yesterday. Anyways, Tom Brady, the resume speaks for itself this year. 40 touchdowns, 12 picks, and a Super Bowl championship, winning 3 road games en route to a home Super Bowl, where he beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, but before then he beat Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, and don't forget about Taylor Heineke in the wild card round. Going up against the number 16 seed, Victor Hedman of the best team in hockey, the Tampa Bay Lightning. I guess Tampa Bay just rules sports right now. Let's just keep it real. It's like, Tampa Bay? What? But if you think about it, they have 3 professional sports teams, and Tampa Bay Rays were only 2 games away from making it a clean sweep right now of Tampa owning the sports world, the exception of the NBA, which obviously the champions in the NBA right now are LeBron James and the Lakers. Sorry, Orlando. I think they made the playoffs last year, but they're not Tampa. They're on the other side of the state, even though it only takes an hour and a half to drive from one side to the other. But that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about Florida geography. We're talking about sports right now, not Tampa and Florida geography. Anyways, Victor Hedman, defenseman for the Tampa Bay Lightning, the best team in hockey. He's only lost 1 regulation game this year, the defending champions. He won the Conn Smythe Trophy for best player in the playoffs last season. Please vote. That's my little sidearm pitch for you. Anyways, number 8, Nikita Kucherov, also of the Tampa Bay Lightning, versus Ronald Acuna. Anyways, we'll go to Acuna in a minute. First off, we're going to talk about Kucherov, the stud, the 2019 Hart Trophy winner, and also led the league in points that same season. And is probably the best player on the Tampa Bay Lightning, which obviously the Lightning are the best team in the NHL last year. They're the best team in the NHL this year. They're the best team in the NHL 2 years ago, even though they got upset in the first round of the playoffs, so we're not going to talk about that. Anyways, Kucherov had hip surgery, probably would have been rated higher in this bracket if he was not recovering from an injury. The Lightning are hoping he's back for the playoffs. Obviously, they're great with him, they're great without him, but he is great and deserving to be on this list. Versus number 9, Ronald Acuna, the young center fielder for the Atlanta Braves, the Bravos. Acuna, at his age 21 season in 2019, hit 41 homers, had 37 stolen bases, almost became part of the 40-40 club, joining players like Jose Canseco, Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds. Actually, yeah, maybe he still wants to be part of that list, but we don't need to talk about those guys. You know that. Anyways, please vote. Boom. Now next, number 5, Derrick Henry, the newest member of the 2,000 club. 2,000 yards rushing in 2020. 2,000 yards in 2020. Derrick Henry, the man, the myth, the legend, ran for over 200 yards in Week 17 to get there. The man is an absolute beast. Just watch out for that stiff arm, the former Heisman Trophy winner, and also proving to running backs around football why you should get paid if you're a great running back. Derrick Henry, the gold standard of NFL running back right now. Versus number 12, Trae Young, the Atlanta Hawks, averaging 27 points a game. Has the Hawks in the playoffs right now. We remember him from Oklahoma a couple years ago in the NCAA tournament. The guy can shoot from anywhere on the court. Half court is not a spot that Trae Young can't pull up and friggin' drill the buckets. Please vote. 12-5 upset? Maybe. You vote. You tell me. Number 4, Jimmy Butler, Miami Heat. This year having slightly down year, but still a good season, averaging 18 points a game. Why is he so high on this list? Did you watch the bubble last year? Jimmy Butler was the man in the bubble. Miami Heat came to the playoffs as the number 5 seed, beat the Bucks, beat the Celtics, took the Lakers to the brink of the elimination, and Jimmy Butler was a one-man wrecking crew, was just absolutely slaying guys, scored over 40 points in Game 3 of the finals, willing the Heat to victory, and then pushed the Lakers to 6 games before LeBron and the Lakers were able to take care of business. But still, Jimmy Butler is one of the best young players. Well, I guess he's not that young anymore, but he's still pretty young. Players in the NBA. People were a little confused why he left a juggernaut like the 76ers to go to the Heat in free agency, but he showed in his first season why. And even though the Heat are off to a slow start, you can still expect the Heat to be a force towards the end of the season. It still is a young season, and he deserves to be definitely on this list. Versus number 13, another player who got hurt, Christian McCaffrey. But in the 3 games he played this year, he had 375 yards and 6 touchdowns. 375 total yards. The man had over 2,300 yards from scrimmage just in 2019. Christian McCaffrey, when healthy, is one of the best running backs in football. And the only reason why he dropped so low on this list is because he didn't play much last season. He's dealing with a couple of ailments. He should be able to come back. And you could tell that the Carolina Panthers definitely missed him when he was out. The only game in the last 14 games he played, he had 150 all-purpose yards and almost led the Panthers to an upset win over the AFC and 2-time AFC champions, and this season AFC champion, 14-2 Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead. If Joey Sly would have made an NFL record field goal at the end of the game, the Panthers would have pulled out the upset, and that's because Christian McCaffrey is an absolute demon with the ball. Anyways, Deshaun Watson. He's still the Houston Texans, so he still belongs in the South region. The number 6 seed, Deshaun Watson. All he had last year was a 112 passer rating. The Houston Texans led the NFL in yards per play on 4-12, and the only reason why they went 4-12 is because of Deshaun Watson. They probably would have went 1-15 or 0-16 without Deshaun Watson. That's how good he is. There's a reason why he wants out of Houston. He just wants to win and be respected. But anyways, that's not what it's about. It's about voting for Deshaun Watson. If you think he is better than Andre Vasilevsky of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Vasilevsky. Sorry. My apologies, Andrea. But he is the best goaltender in all of hockey right now. Giving up under 2 goals a game this year. 1.80 goals allowed per game, which is by far the best in the NHL. In a game that is very scoring friendly today, the Tampa Bay Lightning do not give up anything, and that's because of their goaltender. Number 3, Freddie Freeman. Or if you've seen the pictures on YouTube, he kind of looks a little bit like PC Principal from South Park. But you know what? That's actually pretty cool because PC Principal is cool, keeping it PC for you. Just like Freddie Freeman. He does not keep it PC with a baseball bat. Hit 341 this year, won his first MVP award. He's been in the top 10 of the MVP award 4 times, won the Gold Glove in 2018. If you look at his numbers, 302, 305, 307, 295 before this season, the man is about as consistent with the bat as anybody in the game and is the first baseman for the Atlanta Braves, one of the best first basemen in all of baseball. There's a reason why he's so high on this list. Versus number 14, Zion Williamson, which is only in his 2nd year in the NBA, but if you see the way he plays, he's Charles Barkley reincarnated, averaging 27 a game this year. He is an absolute beast. There's nothing this man can't do, and he's just getting started. And that's why Zion's on the list, because he is one of the best young players in all of basketball. Please vote. Please vote. Next we have Justin Verlander, pitcher, Houston Astros. Saying, why is Justin Verlander recovering from Tommy John surgery on this list? I'll tell you why. He beat out a guy who had 326 strikeouts in 2019, and also got off to a roaring start last year and is recovering, I hear, very, very quickly, and could be back later this season. So I cannot not keep Justin Verlander because I think he's going to return to being one of the best pitchers in baseball very soon, and should definitely be on this list. 21-6 with an ERA of 2.5 back in 2019 for the Houston Astros, who did lose in the World Series in 7 games, but definitely Justin Verlander and Derrick Cole, who remember was on the Eastern region at the same number 7 seed, are big reasons why the Astros were so good that year. And the Astros may have went to the World Series last year if Justin Verlander didn't get hurt. I feel like they were missing him a little bit in that series against the Tampa Bay Rays in the AL Championship Series, I'd say. Versus number 10, Alvin Kamara. Kind of not to go on a knock against Kamara, but you know that he has never run for 1,000 yards in a season. But what he has done is run from 732 to 936 yards every season, a model of consistency, and also in his 4 seasons, how about this for receptions? 81, 81, 81, 83. Has in demand is probably, maybe Christian McCaffrey has an argument here. Maybe Christian McCaffrey might say, hey, can you please hold my beer? But that's about the only running back in football I can think that is not as much of a dual threat out of the backfield, running and receiving, than Alvin Kamara. And also, anybody who played fantasy football is like, yeah, Alvin Kamara, we actually just call him Santa Claus because he brought us presents on Christmas with 6 touchdowns against the Minnesota Vikings. Probably won a lot of people out there a fantasy football championship. This man, Alvin Kamara. Anyways, lastly, Luka Doncic, the number 2 seed in the South region. The man this year is averaging 26, 9, and 9. There's nothing this man can't do. Did you see him in the playoffs last year, willing his Mavs to a couple victories? Remember that buzzer beater against the Clippers in the buzzer, in the bubble? That was probably one of the best plays in the entire bubble. One of the best moments, I should say, in the entire bubble. Luka Doncic is one of the fast rising stars in the NBA. There's a reason why he was maybe arguably up there with, of course, LeBron, because LeBron's always every year in discussion for MVP at the beginning of the year. But there's a reason why Doncic was a favorite to win the MVP this year. The Mavs got off to a slow start, but they've won 4 games in a row recently. Doncic is carrying this team. Do not expect the Mavs to miss the playoffs this year because Doncic is one of the best young players in the game and still only 21 years young. The sky is the limit for the man from Serbia. Versus number 15, Alex Bregman of the Houston Astros, the third baseman. Had a little bit of a down year last year, but still, you look at the previous year, just a couple years ago, he had 296 with 41 homers, 112 RBIs, played stellar defense. Please comment below whether you like or dislike. It's okay. Just love the support, no matter what it is. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. At third base. As I told you, when it came to rating baseball players, I was not going to knock 2020 too much. There are some guys like obviously Freeman and Abreu of the White Sox, the MVPs in the respective leagues I do have to take into some consideration. Obviously the 2020 season. But I will say that for players like Christian Yelich, Alex Bregman, 60 games is such a small sample size that you have to kind of go through their body of work over the last 3 years, and that's why Bregman is in this bracket. Please vote. I will say about the South region, you notice it's maybe not the strongest region when it comes to the West. Trust me, when you see the West, which will be released on Valentine's Day, it is an absolute beast of a region. What I will say about the South region, it's probably Brady's to lose, come on, because he's the GOAT. But I will say that this is going to be a wide open region. I can't wait to see your votes on this because I actually think that there could be some upsets in this region. Anyways, I want to thank everyone. Please like, and subscribe. You can also go and look at some more information on the athletes, and also got some other cool stuff on drewsports.com. You can also on my Twitter at StuDrew. You can vote at StuDrew. Hashtag best athlete. The polls will be up there this morning on Friday. I believe it is the 12th of February, 2021. Don't worry, winter's almost done, everyone. Before you know it, spring is going to be coming. Have the flowers blooming around the country. It's going to be warming up. Everybody's going to be hanging out outside, at the pool here in Vegas, and maybe be at the pool in a couple weeks because, it's going to be warm here in Vegas before you know it. But anyways, and also on Facebook, Sports Stew with Drew. You go on there. I have a poll on the site. Please be my friends. Please just, I will accept your friend request. All you got to do is just find Sports Stew with Drew. Just click add friend, and I'll be your friend. Talk to me at any time. Like and subscribe. Please comment below. Whether you like or dislike, it's okay. Just love the support, no matter what it is. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.